Welcome back to the Fear the Hive 1155 podcast. I just want to say thank you guys for joining, and we're going to have a.
For the record, nobody could understand what you were saying because it sounded like you were huffing helium at very large amounts, Dominic. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is Steven to what I see is my left and Jason to my right. And we are back with the hilarity that shall ensue for today's podcast episode. And we also want to our Carolina Storm audience. Welcome back to another one. I hope you guys are enjoying this thing. And make sure you guys who haven't listened to Carolina Storm, please listen to Carolina Storm.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Oh, so much has happened or transversed in the last week.
Yes.
Yes, transversed, transpired, happened.
A lot of stuff happened.
A lot of trans going on. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Where y'all want to start?
Let's start with Jason.
Start with me?
Yeah, man. Let's start with Jason.
All right, let's start with Jason.
Okay, so once upon a time, my mommy met my daddy, and they fell in love, and they had me.
Stupid.
When you give a Negro a microphone and you tell them to start, there's no telling where they will begin, and there's no telling where they will end.
Exactly.
Oh man, you want to start with me? Okay. Let's. How's everybody's week going so far? Let's go with that.
It's going pretty decent. Yeah, it's going pretty decent.
I have not crashed on an airplane, so it's a good week.
You know what? That's a blessing. These days, that's a blessing, and we're going to take it as a blessing.
That's a shame.
We're also going to take a blessing of all 88 passengers that walked away.
Yes.
From this crash in Toronto.
What was it? Only 8 that were injured, right?
18.
18. Okay.
18 injured, 88 souls total, including crew.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, miraculously, by the grace of God, walked away. Yes, they had injuries, but we're alive. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, a lot of viewers want to know what went wrong.
No, I want to know.
Hold on. Let's back up. Let us probably set the stage in context.
Okay.
Those of you that don't know, Jason worked in the airline industry for an extended period of time. I don't know exactly how long, because it seemed like it was 15 years or so. But he has 10 yards. Well, see, there you go. He has more knowledge than the average bear about things pertaining to the airlines and the mechanics of an airplane. So, Jason, could you please regale us with your knowledge and help us to understand what went on with this plane? And if you didn't know, there was a Delta airplane that landed in Toronto that flipped over.
YYZ.
It was. So, yeah, Jason, please explain.
Absolutely. So first, begin. The plane is a CRJ 900. For those that don't know, CRJ 900 is what we call like a airplane or airport hopper.
Teeny bopper.
Little plane. I mean, not too small, but a smaller.
It looks like a jet, but it's not. Yeah,
correct.
It looks like a jet, but it's not.
Correct. Usually seats 88 people actually, so it was maxed out.
Yeah, the plane was full.
It was a full flight.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not sure where it was coming from.
Minneapolis.
MSP had to be MSP. And these planes, obviously, their planes are still safe to fly. Don't want nobody to be discouraged from hopping on a plane or it's going to go down. What happened here was an act of nature. Solely an act of nature. There was high winds, high gusts. Plane came in at an angle, and unfortunately, the winds changed instantly as it came onto approach, causing a rough landing. The right wing struck the runway, and something that most people don't know about these RJs, the wing is designed to come off upon impact.
Mm-hmm.
and that's mainly for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
1989.
a plane does not have a traditional gas tank. The fuel's not in the belly of the plane. That's where your luggage goes. Fuel is actually stored in the wings,
In the wings.
Mm-hmm.
and there is gallons upon gallons of fuel in those wings, like you
Hundreds
would
of
not
gallons.
believe. Hundreds of
Mhm.
gallons of fuel in those wings. It may not look like it, but there is. Once the wing is ripped off, obviously you're going to have some type of explosion. The
Yeah.
current fuel that's in there is going to implode. Um, However, jet fuel is a very close cousin to diesel. And for those that
Oh,
don't know, diesel does not ignite off of a flame.
pressurized.
Correct. It has to
Mm.
be
Yeah.
pressurized, and it doesn't ignite off of. You can't just light a match and drop it in diesel and expect a boom. It doesn't happen that way. Not like gasoline. Diesel
Yeah.
has to be in a mist form for it to ignite. So
Gotcha.
what you see
Hmm.
is that when the plane did hit, you see that big fireball. That's literally, let's say, the injectors still shooting diesel
Mm.
or jet A into the engine. Once that mist is gone, you notice the flame went out.
Then no more fire. Yeah.
No more fire. Now, as a precaution, there's other electronics and stuff going on in the plane. There's a lot of hydraulic fluid, which is flammable. Majority of what you see when planes crash and they just ignite is actually the
Hmm.
hydraulic fluid that's on fire.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Hmm.
Yes, it's not the jet fuel. It's strictly hydraulic fluid, which is extremely flammable.
Mm.
Mm. Eh,
Luckily, quick responders were there. They put out, covered the plane. It was cold, so obviously, I mean, a flame doesn't require warm air to ignite. It just needs oxygen, spark, and a fuel. That's
Yep.
it. But they were there. They responded very quickly. My hats off to all the first responders that were there in
Yep.
a
Yep.
very timely fashion, and were able to get everybody off the plane.
Big shout out to the first responders
Yes.
on that plane that helped to secure that plane for the exit of the passengers.
Yes. Now, another good question that people ask is why did the plane end up on its top of the fuselage? Once that wing is ripped off, the other wing is still in play. It causes lift,
Hmm.
which will gradually turn the plane
Hmm.
over to its side. If you go back and you look at the footage, you'll see there's a lot of brown marks on the side of the
Hmm.
plane, especially on the engine or the cowling of the engine, the outside of the engine. That's just rubbing on the runway itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that that engine did not rip off while it rolled over
So
because
I got a
it's
video. I got
catastrophic.
a video of the actual flip,
Hmm.
and it looks horrifying. No big fireball or anything like that. But it, we take certain things for granted. Like we take riding in a car for granted, right?
Mm.
Just like we take flying for granted. They are all modern marvels. The fact that in 1989 this very thing happened and people died in an airplane
Hmm.
because the wings were too heavy with fuel that crushed them in the fuselage meant
Yep.
that they started changing the design of planes so that when planes flipped or when there was a situation that the wings would pop off so that
Hmm.
people would not die in the situation lets us
Absolutely.
know that agencies like the NTSB and other government agencies that regulate how these planes are created and how they have to be used are not only functional, but they are quite highly effective. Quite
Yes.
highly effective.
Yes.
So yeah,
Aviation has come a long way since the Wright brothers.
a long way, long
A
way.
very long way. Um,
Very long way.
yeah, that's about it. Investigation is still undergoing as to what key factor caused this, but everything right now is pointing towards the sudden change in the wind speed.
Yeah,
And
you can look at the ground and you can tell that
It
there was
was
a lot of wind, a
yes,
lot of wind.
so
And
essentially
so
what you're saying is nobody could have stopped this or predicted this.
no, no, not at all. I did listen to the ATC report. I also listened to the little bit that they did share from the initial approach report. and literally as they were 10 feet away, the
Mhm.
winds, the speed of the winds changed drastically, which should cause them to hit the ground a little harder. The winds
Mm.
basically just slow down a little bit, and an airplane just can't naturally react that quickly,
Right.
which
Yeah.
caused what happened. But again, like I said, everybody walked away. Just a few injuries, nothing major. It was all minor injuries, which is a plus. And
Big plus.
there's going to be a lot of investigation on this. Obviously, anything like this that happens in the aviation world, you have to look at ATC, your air traffic controller, if they were doing everything correctly, if your pilot and first officer were doing everything correctly. All that'll be on the flight box.
So,
Yeah.
what the people really want to know,
Mhm.
just like our president wants to know, was
Is
this?
it safe to fly?
Well, no. Was this caused by DEI?
Oh,
good
God.
Lord. Well, you know what? According to the current U.S. president, whose name I shall not name, you know what? We don't even know who's the president these days anymore. Is it Trump?
Oh,
Is
that's
it
a.
Elon? Who
Oh,
who who is the actual captain of this ship right now?
Oh, so you want to talk about that now? You saw the video with the little kid?
Oh, I saw it. I had it on repeat. That was a great laughter.
it was. Yeah,
Mr. President, you're not the president. Like seriously,
For those
bro?
of you that don't know, can we please fill the audience in? For those that
I
don't know
don't
what
know why
happened.
you're in that chair.
So we're in the Oval Office, right? All right. So Elon Musk is in the Oval Office with Donald Trump having a press conference.
which is which is not even supposed to be happening that way.
Elon Musk has on cargos and a hoodie and a pea coat with his kid in the Oval Office, managing his chakras, holding a press conference while Donald Trump is sitting at the Resolute desk looking not resolute.
Getting
And
lambasted.
Elon Musk's kid walks over to the president of the United States and goes, "You're not the real president. Why are you still here?" And then he says, "I wish he would effing be quiet."
Mm-hmm.
Now, that happened. It was caught on tape. It was caught on video. We all saw it in real time, which lets us know what Elon thinks about Donald Trump. Let's just start there.
Yeah, because kids aren't just gonna. He didn't pull that out of nowhere.
Absolutely not.
He didn't pull that out of nowhere. That was said somewhere where he was, and he caught that.
My daddy said you ain't the president, so why are you still talking? That's what he was thinking.
My daddy said he bought you.
Okay. Alrighty.
Which
is accurate. Accurate. It's
very,
highly accurate.
Which is very accurate.
$250 million bought the presidency, to be very honest with you. And okay, we're here now. He's making his money back. We all saw the contract for the Tesla, the armored Tesla vehicles.
Yeah.
Not happy about that at all.
The
contract with SpaceX, not the additional contract with SpaceX. Not happy with that at all either.
But this is exactly what I said would happen.
Pardon me. Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what I like. How are you cutting budget for other things, and yet your company is up for a contract? This is why I said I called for Elon to step down as CEO, for him to be a special, continue your job. That's fine. But you have
down as CEO. How about you just leave the White House? How about that? How about you just leave the government? I don't care that you're CEO. I just don't want you.
I'm just saying either one. If you're going to do this job,
not either one.
Step down. If you
not
don't,
either one. No. I'm sorry, Dominique. Not gonna do it. Soapbox moment. First of all, Elon Musk is not as smart as people give him credit for being. He is on the spectrum, so he just looks like a smart guy. He's not. He's a guy that's demanding. He's a guy that is imaginative, if you will. He's not a smart guy. He's not an uber intelligent guy. He's just a guy that started life with a couple of $100 million in apartheid South Africa and was allowed to buy and do whatever he wanted to and go to the schools that he wanted to and then start a business. Mm-hmm. Let's put that out there. So the very idea that because he is the richest man wealth-wise in the world that he's the smartest guy that we know is BS. Plain and simple.
Agreed.
Okay. Which is why him having access to our social security numbers is such a problem. Did you hear what they did last week?
Mm.
When they fired the nuclear
weapons team, essentially.
For those of you that don't know, there's a team of people whose only job in the world is to manage our nuclear arsenals, to keep them safe and to be ready to push the button in the event that it's go time, when it's time to blow a country off the face of the planet.
And Tweedledee and
Doge, which isn't even a real organization within the government, with an employee, a leader, Elon Musk, who has not been vetted by anybody or elected by anybody or confirmed by anybody, decided to fire all of those people whose singular job was to make sure that nuclear bombs from the United States are not being sent elsewhere at any particular point in time. He just fired them. And then once they realized they fired them, they tried to get them back. And word on the street is they couldn't even get a hold of them because they didn't know how to contact them.
Idiots.
Smartest man in the world. Even I know you don't fire the people that look after the nuclear warheads. Okay, I'm off my soapbox.
So to continue your soapbox moment, the problem is Elon has always had this.
That's a very long sentence. It only needed one word. The problem is Elon, but go ahead.
Sure. To unpack that statement a little bit, Elon
had one foot on the soapbox.
Right. Elon, he runs a lot of his companies like small startups where you pivot and change and everything's fast moving, like using the agile methodology. And the problem is you cannot run the US government like a startup. You just can't.
Bro, it's waterfall all the way. I don't know what he's thinking this is. Number one.
Like, let's think about this. They fire you and then figure out what you do and then say, oh, I think we need to bring them back. Like, you couldn't have vetted that information.
In fairness, that's not even agile methodology, because firing someone should come up on, what do they call that? The
SWOT analysis.
No, not the SWOT analysis. It should come up on the SWOT analysis, but the backlog. It should come up on the backlog of things that we're going to get done in any particular point in time. And firing the nuclear procurement team should never be on that list.
Nope.
So they never did a project planning. So this isn't agile. Don't put that at the feet of agile. Like, that's fair. Something about agile. Not buying it. Not buying it.
Can I say something real quick or ask a question? Why is Elon getting so close to anything that has nuke behind it?
Because he bought the presidency.
Yes.
So how much does a president go for these days?
$250 million.
Yeah.
That's it? I mean, that's not.
No. For somebody like Elon, that's it.
That's how much he bought it for.
That's couch change.
Right. He's worth over 300 billion?
300 billion.
That's what I'm saying. At least if I was going to sell out, I'd have sold out for more. But okay, whatever.
Well, when you have a lot of bankruptcies and you functionally don't actually have any money, $150 million goes on.
To broke people, $250 million is a whole lot of money.
You're right.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
I like that. I like that.
See what I did there?
Shoot, $250 million is a lot for me. That means I don't have to work a day in my life ever again.
250 is your number?
250 million.
Bro, if I had $250 million, Jason,
I don't have to work.
You wouldn't know, but there'd be signs. There would be signs. Steve, look, is that a live mink coat you have on?
A live mink coat.
But check it out. Rough math.
Yes.
If you can put $250 million in something that nets you about 4% a year.
Something very logical.
We
all know that $250 million is a whole lot of money. You'll never have to work again.
That's at least $10 million a year in interest that you make. That's your salary.
Give me $250,000 right now. I'd never have to work again. I'll tell you that. All tops in cash as a one-time payment. $250. I'd never have to work again. $250 million. You lost your mind. You never see me again. You never see me again.
Like you said, you wouldn't know, but there'll be signs. It was just, Jason, what's that noise in the background? It was my Apache helicopter just, shutting down.
Steven, why you got all them carrots? Because my giraffes like them. There would be signs. There would be signs, my dude.
All right. Since we're here, who do you call when you have that kind of money? Who do you call to buy a giraffe? Because
I don't make the call. I just say it into the ether, and the giraffe arrives. I got $250 million. I got people that are paid to just hear me off the cuff say stuff and make it happen. Okay.
Look, my stupid behind it be calling the zoo like, "Hey man, how much your giraffe goes for?" Sir, we don't sell our giraffe. Well, where do you get them from? I need to get one. Sir, you operating a zoo? No, I just want one.
That's where you go when they don't sell the giraffe. Well, how much is the zoo?
Thank you, Jason. See, you're not thinking big enough. You thinking like someone that got $250,000.
You right?
$250 million, bro. You're not gonna sell me a giraffe? Okay, so how much is the zoo? Oh, it's $88 million. Hold on, y'all take Zelle. Hold up.
No, y'all take Discover.
Hold on. Gotta get them points. Bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A presidency does not cost a lot, essentially.
But we have to throw in some facts with this too. Elon is actually the first private citizen to do a press conference in the Oval Office. He's also the first to have a 4-year-old child present.
Yes.
In the in the press or in the Oval Office.
Makes me want to cry.
Oh, and then him and Trump, they have a dual interview that's going on right now with Hannity.
Okay. Hold on. Before we get to that, I was made aware because I was looking at this, I was digging, right? That White House press conference that Elon Musk had, because the reporters were asking Elon questions, not Donald Trump.
Right.
And the fact that Elon Musk is not in dress code for the White House,
that part
shows you who's the boss.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The fact that Elon cut the president off while he was speaking.
I saw that, and I was like,
question.
Excuse
you,
like,
sir.
I had to let this.
Jason, and here's the thing: this man ain't even an American.
He's
African.
He's African American.
Bet you his paper's straight.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I thought y'all didn't like black people. How you just gonna let them cut off the president in the Oval Office? Be consistent, at least.
Out of dress code and bring your kid to work.
Dress code. Man, pants sagging. He brought his out of wedlock kid into the Oval Office, and
yeah, ex Ash or whatever, and
it was his weekend. With
he's got 13 kids by 4 different women. Has never been married.
Fun fact: actually, he has been married 3 times.
Okay. Well, are the kids with the women that he was married to?
So,
inconsequential question.
All of his kids are actually through in vitro. Yeah, I know. We went down that rabbit hole today at work. All of his kids.
You mean to tell me?
Wait a minute.
You didn't even have the...
I was shocked. I was shocked when we found that out.
Whoa. So wait a minute.
Feel free to fact check me.
The richest man in the world, and the person who many people consider one of the smartest men in the world, ain't never shot up the club.
This man's missing out on experience.
I'm sorry. I'm slowly starting to question why y'all keep this dude around.
Well,
he don't even his car isn't even ugly. Go ahead, Jason.
So we had 2 theories going on here. First, kind of logical theory. Through in vitro, you're technically not legally responsible for the female that produces the child. You're responsible for the child, yes, but the carrier, you're not legally obligated to take care of.
Interesting.
So theoretically, he can say, or they can't come back and sue for rape, negligence, nothing like that, because it was done through in vitro. I know it. I'll send you guys the whole article.
$250 billion. I'm sorry, I can handle a baby mama.
I can handle you.
I'm sorry. I can handle 12 of them.
He has
$250 billion?
He has none.
Not checking out to me. It's
And
listen. It ain't passing the bro test, okay?
it's not. It's not. So
Mm.
my theory, which obviously is not logical, Elon's
Mhm.
an alien. He physically can't reproduce.
Mm.
I know. It's totally
Mm.
out, off the wall. However, how many people have
Oh,
always said that this man is not right?
Well, so
This man is
the
wrong.
running theory is Elon's from the future, and he's trying to figure out how to get back there.
Elon Musk is from the short bus, and he's trying to figure out how to get back there. Okay,
That's short, bro.
he missed
I
his
said he,
stop, and he's trying to figure out how to get back to school. Okay.
this man an alien. You can't tell me this man. I'm
Well,
sorry. I'm
okay,
switching.
Jason. To
Uh-huh.
piggyback off your theory,
Yes.
in vitro also allows you via CRISPR to genetically modify your kid.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So let's be clear about that. Maybe he wanted to make sure that he had the whitest skin and bluest of eyed kids. Like that is possible. So
That is possible.
either way it goes, we know what he ain't doing on Valentine's Day. So
It's never Thursday for him.
never Thursday. That's such a shame. Such a waste. Such a waste. Such a waste.
Extremely a waste.
Doesn't make any sense. Like, you have 13 kids, sir. None of them the old-fashioned way. You went to a lab.
That's a shame.
You serious?
That's a shame.
That don't pass none of the tests. Like, you the richest man in the world and you don't have any biological kids, bro. No.
The man an
That
alien.
man, yeah, he needs to go away. I'm sorry.
Alien. You know what? He's the modern day ET. Look at all the Starlink satellite he putting up there. He's trying to call home.
He's trying to get back home. Trying to get back home.
Call home.
Say, get that man a telephone. Give this man a cell phone, a sat phone, something.
But I mean, in the macro picture of the presidency, I wonder if the MAGA supporters saw this coming.
No.
Are they down for what's going on in the White House now?
No, they're not even down for it. First of all, they don't know what's happening in the White House because they watch Fox News. And you know what Fox News doesn't do? News reporting.
Absolutely.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
So no, they really don't know unless they get it off of social media. And by that time, it's already done. You know, kind of like the USAID, who has stopped paying farmers for their crops and the farmers are about to lose their farms. Yeah, that stuff. Or the Department of Education, which is slowly firing people, removing the ability for people to have extra teachers funded by the government, the federal government, in their classrooms in states like Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, all them poor states.
Mississippi. But then also with with abolishing the Department of Education, any person that has a kid,
that's not gonna happen.
Any kid that has an IEP or a 504,
that's the other thing.
Your kid is not getting any accommodations at school at all.
No, what Project 2025 said their goal was to remove the ability for IEPs. And any kid that was deemed to have special needs of that nature would be going to a private school funded by the government.
Which
make sense.
Backwards?
Yes.
It's completely bass-ackwards. Yeah. I did.
I like what you did there. I like what you did
there.
It's not mine. That's a Fonte lyric, but go ahead.
Speaking of Project 2025, he has accomplished 37% of what was in that book so far, which is
the fact that it's 37%.
That's super high.
It's terrifying to me.
That's super high. So far, this presidency, he has 65 executive orders, and his last presidency over 4 years, he had 229. We're only in month 2.
That part is only February.
Only in month 2. We have barely hit a whole month of him being in office.
People haven't even filed their taxes yet.
Oh, and that's another thing. The IRS getting ready to go bye-bye too.
No. Not
like
it ain't that. It's people about to be mad. You want to know why?
You can't process the tax returns.
No, because everybody's taxes went up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand if
Everybody's
you owe.
taxes went up.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, why you think, look, people like, Steve, you didn't file your taxes last year? Nah, you want to know why? Because I was going to owe last year, and I'm owing this year. I'm filing them this year because I have to. This three is
You
the
mean
third
you
year.
allegedly
I
did
filed.
not file last year?
No. I filed an extension like every other person that has a business that's attached to their name or their household. And I'm filing all of it this year with all of the business losses for 2024. It's strategic. I'm learning for people that have access to a little bit of money, right? Your business loss from an LLC tanks
Directly carries over.
Directly carries over into your personal. And that's the only way I'm going to come out on less than $1,000. Okay. That's the only way I'm going to come out on less than $1,000. Matter of fact, if my taxes come back, as long as I owe less than $3,000, I'm happy.
Well, I mean, on the whole tax thing, first off, you should be, if you're a middle class citizen who works in, punches a clock, and has to pay taxes and figure out that you owe, you should be upset because like companies like Amazon, Apple, all of them, they pay less taxes than you do. An entire corporation pays less taxes than you do.
Not only that,
which is absolutely insane.
You pay tax when you get paid. You pay tax going to the grocery store. You pay tax on tax.
And then if you die, your family has to pay taxes on what you left.
So you know what the taxes are? Taxes are literally your yearly subscription to live in the U.S.
That is correct. And here's the thing. I'm fine with that. As long as rich people pay a whole lot more than I do.
Nope.
It doesn't stop them from being rich. That is the insane thing about it.
Yeah. And where we're at now, Trump's tax plan from the first Trump presidency that's taking effect now, in case you did not know, is what's causing your taxes to go up. Literally, unless you're making, as a household, $400,000 per year, you're going to owe anywhere from $2,400 to $1,800 more. Period. That's it. So that's what it is. So your tax return 2 years ago, you'll never see that again, unless we get in the midterms a bunch of Democrats in that are about their business and actually pass a tax code that favors people that make less than $400,000 a year.
Man,
and then you still won't see that until this is 2025 midterms happen in 2026. They don't come into power till 2027. They pass the tax plan. It won't come into effect until 2029. So yeah, for the next 4 years, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm. And those who are thinking that, hey, I can get a tax credit off of the kids. Nope.
Yeah, they're trying to get away with that too. They're trying to do away with that.
Yep.
And if you have no other reason to vote, I'm telling you that should be a reason to vote.
Your wallet or purse gonna be voting for you pretty soon.
We're in month 2. Like, holy crap! This is month 2.
You know how people say that stress ages you?
Yeah.
We've been at this for 2 months. I feel like we've been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it.
And the stress of knowing what's happening, not even doing anything about it, but literally you have to wake up, turn on the news, and try to figure out whether or not your country is imploding or not.
I mean, I go back. Stressful. I forgot who I was talking to, but it was I go back to this. The shot of Donald Trump and Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all them standing behind him is so ingrained in my head. It's because it's just like, oh my God, we're so.
That was a sign. That was a sign right there in front of all of our eyes.
We are screwed.
You have number one, the 2 richest people in the same room at your inauguration.
No, it wasn't 2. That's like that was like they were like top 8.
But
not
sure, you had
they had 3 of the top 10 richest people in the world.
Number 1 and number 2 were there.
Yeah.
Elon and Bezos.
Yeah.
Front and center.
Yeah, Zuckerberg and
That right there's a sign.
Tim
This is
Cook.
not a presidency. This is not politics anymore. They're
No.
running this as a business.
It's
Yeah.
a grift. It's not even a business. It's a grift. It's a con.
It's a con. I wouldn't be surprised if they filed 1099 for this.
Like it is so
Lord,
amazing. Like your
Just
company
saying.
already don't pay taxes. Like what else? What else? What? What do you want?
We're doomed.
we're not doomed. We are doomed, but we're not. You want to know? You want to know why we're not doomed? Because we have a black Captain America. Shout outs.
That black Captain America can't literally help us. Literally.
Shout out. Hey, it's all figuratively. It's all faith and hope. Shout out to Anthony Mackie for
Yes.
being Black
Hope-
Captain America.
Hope
Wait a minute,
retired.
Dominic, did you see the movie?
No, not yet.
Jace, you see the movie?
Absolutely. Day one.
I saw it. I saw it on Friday night in IMAX.
I did too.
So, it was for me. It was a 7.5 out of 10.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's not bad.
People are calling it a bad movie. They're full of crap. Same people that call the Marvels a bad movie
How?
because it's a black Captain America. Don't ever lose sight of the fact that anything that pertains to America has to be viewed through the lens of race. I said lens of race. And Captain America, this movie, although it made more money on its opening day than any other Captain America other than Civil War, it viewed through the lens of race. They're mad that Captain America is black. Although, guess what? The comic books.
Man, sure, are you late? Where you been?
Yeah, she late. I don't know what she
Late.
But
Welcome,
yeah, so
Sherelle.
we're not gonna spoil it for you, Dominic. Although we should, because it's Tuesday.
I've already read it on Wikipedia.
You've already read it on Wikipedia. Oh, so
Archivist
Jason, you want to go ahead and spoil it for
7.5
them? You want to spoil it for him? You want to spoil it and talk about it for him?
No, because we may have some listeners that have not seen the movie yet also. We have to take them in consideration.
Hey, listeners out there, Jason is your friend, right? I have a hard rule on any movie that premieres over the weekend, right? If it's a Marvel movie that has a black lead, I give you until Tuesday. But on Tuesday, the spoilers come out. I'm sorry. I had to work. Not my problem. I'm sorry. Not my problem. I'm sorry. This is what it is. What it is. Got to talk about it.
What's interesting is, the people that I heard that they watched it, they were like, yeah, well, this wasn't it didn't set anything up. I was like, well, you got to also think about it. This movie was also conceived when everything was like King Dynasty. And
it did set something up.
It set everything up.
This is just what was said. I'm just the messenger. I didn't say it.
I mean, okay. If you're gonna hate on the plot and say that the plot felt a little disjointed, I'll walk down that road with you. If you're saying that the movie wasn't big enough, I question your understanding of what a big movie is. If you say the movie wasn't good enough, I will question your understanding, or at least the accurate understanding of what the original Captain America movie was and how good it was. If you're like me, the original Captain America movie, it wasn't that good. It was about a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
maybe 7.5.
Nah,
right?
It was 6, honestly.
I said maybe, maybe. But understand, this is the first movie in a new set of movies. So why are we acting like it's Civil? Why are we acting like it's part 2 of Endgame? That's not what it is.
Historically speaking, if you look back on Iron Man 1 compared to a lot of the others, it outside of the first 30 minutes, the rest of it was really
Oh, I mean, I can't go there with you on that one. But what I can say is the first movie in any trilogy, the first movie of any set of movies is resetting the franchise, which is what it is doing. And it did everything it needed to do to make sure that the movies that come after it are successful. Okay.
I'm just happy that they finally addressed Tiamat. Like, geez, everything that came after that, it's like, just address the thing.
Now, for those who are going to see the movie and have not seen or heard of any parts of the movie, I strongly recommend that you watch The Incredible Hulk, Eternals, and the Captain America saga that was on Disney.
Captain America,
Falcon and Winter
Soldier. Thank you.
Which is actually a very good series. It's really
it is. It did what it needed to do. It was not a bad series. Put it like that.
But those three movies, you need to see or at least read up on to understand what's going on in Captain America.
Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to Anthony Mackie. Very good movie. I think he did very well representing as Captain America, even without the super soldier serum. I think the movie was good. I think it deserves a sequel, and I think that he deserves to lead the Avengers. That's what I think.
Ooh, I want to give a spoiler.
I think he will. I think he will, because I mean, in world you got to look at it. There's not really many Avengers left, so
I want to give 2 spoilers.
Yeah, okay, Dominic. All right.
Oh man, I will say this. Shout out to the Wakandians.
Yeah.
You'll see why in the movie.
You will. Dope.
And shout out to a certain X-Man who will make a soon appearance.
Oh yes, yeah. Finally, with and
it just clicked for you. I see it.
No. What I was going to say is, I've heard that very same X-Men, when he appears in other movies,
when they appear.
Thank you. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't need to say anything else. Sorry, Dominique, you're left out of this because you know, but you don't know. So we're gonna let it stay there. I was when I read that, Jason, I was like,
yeah.
Anyhow, shout out to Anthony Mackie. Shout out to the thousands of pilots that land safely on a daily basis. Shout out to the pilots for keeping us safe.
That's not an easy job.
No, you do know we're 7 weeks into this year, and we've had 5 plane crashes.
It's more like 80, it's 80 something incidents.
Hey, I'm trying to be optimistic.
Is what now, though?
80 something incidents.
Incidents, not
80?
crashes.
No, I'm talking about crashes, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those 80 incidents are crashes, but those are, the ones that we talk about are the ones that we know.
They're 5. 5 confirmed crashes, including the fighter jets that went into the ocean.
What? You mean the $1 billion that our taxes go to?
2 of them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Jason's right. Only 5. Pardon me. Only 5. Only 5 major crashes.
7 weeks into the year.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. But considering how many flights are taken per day, that's 5 over. Let's see.
Okay. Why Steve is looking that up? The issue that I have is everybody that's in support of, Elon doing what he's doing. So if they do find billions and almost trillions of dollars, what do you think they're going to do with it? They're not going to hand it out to you.
If they're smart, they'll pay off China.
You can't. They won't take the money. Besides, you can't pay them off because the trade imbalance and because of treasury bills. They own treasury bills, so it's not like we're gonna write them a check. That's not how it works.
Oh well, then in the other case, he's just gonna buy Gaza. I'm sorry, he's gonna take it. He's not buying it anymore.
Thank you.
Idiot.
Also, there are 45,000 flights taken every day. 45,000. We've had 5 major crashes in 2025. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds.
At least 5 reported crashes.
5 reported. Even if we triple that, that's 15 over 45,000 per day for 60 days or for 45 days. So I'll still take it. I'll still take those odds. Shout out to the MAGA Mea Culpas. There's this trend going on online where people are getting on and
MAGA regrets.
the hashtag is MAGA regrets, and they get on and they complain about their current state of reality because they know it's inexplicably tied to their voting for Donald Trump, and they're regretting it in real time. It's absolutely lovely. Look it up. MAGA regrets is the hashtag on Blue Sky and on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok, I believe. Certainly.
Shout out to healthcare workers.
Man. So check this out. I went to get a test like last week, and the woman that draws the blood from my arm to take my vitals and stuff, she told me she had COVID 9 times.
She should be immune by this point.
But it's not real.
I said, quit. 9 times?
COVID's not real.
She's like the 50 Cent of COVID.
I'm joking, by the way. COVID's
not real. That's horrible, Dominic. That is horrible.
Hey, man, 9 is like that number, number association, right?
Oh, yeah. She told me that. I was like, so what you gonna do? She was like, man, I'm about to become a paralegal. I'm not even lying. She was like, yeah, man, I finished my paralegal class this month. Come March the 4th, I'm out. I was like, good for you. Yeah. I would be out too, because I mean, you might be able to live through 9 bouts of COVID. That 10th one to kill you.
I have an odd question about that, though. After having it 9 times, do you have any taste buds at all?
Bro, she said I had to take a month off. I was like, what's that going to do? It's 9 times.
That's crazy.
Oh,
like, do you get compensated even though you're still at home?
I don't even know. Like, what's the workers' comp for that? Is there even workers' comp for that?
Probably. Because that's practically hazardous pay. It should be.
I mean, hey man, you call it. Hey, I ain't coming in today. Why you ain't coming in? I got COVID again. What do you do? I don't.
At this point, we just think you're lying.
That's right.
Like, yo, I mean, she works at a doctor's office, so I'm sure they tested her. But 9 times COVID? Come on, man.
Did she have on a mask the whole time?
At that point, if you see that many people, it really doesn't matter.
I'll be honest with you. If I had COVID like 4 times, I'd be like, screw the mask. Yeah.
Right.
I'll be walking around in a hazmat suit.
One or the other. It has to be one or the other. Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Fully separated or not at all? Like whatever.
Jay, I was like, I'm gonna pray for you, like every day, because you need it. Because 9 times, I'm glad you can still breathe.
Right.
I'm glad you're still alive.
That was, bro. And she good too. She stick you, it don't even hurt. The blood come out real fast. All that good stuff. I'm gonna miss her.
Yeah, that's real good.
What?
He can be like, he can be like,
I am. How many times
what firm you work at? I need blood drawn. I know it's not your job, but I gotta have you do it.
How many times do you get a lab worker that can take your blood with minimal pain very quickly and efficiently?
Steve is gonna have a personal phlebotomist.
Bro, if you wouldn't know, but there'd be signs. Steve, what's Sandra over there? She's my personal phlebotomist. She takes my blood every other day to make sure that my levels are right.
Oh man.
It wouldn't be signs. See where you send your blood out to. I got a lab in the house. Just make sure nobody gets my information. You know. I got a centrifuge and everything.
Basement sublevel 2.
Right.
Right next to the incinerator when they're done.
Speaking about people, my God. I'm glad somebody had a 3-peat. Out of every team or whoever could possibly 3-peat, the most unlikely was Mac McClung.
White men can jump.
Clearly. Oh, absolutely.
Clearly, that man jumped over that Kia. I was like, yo.
So yeah.
Over a Kia.
Yeah, legit. And Blake Griffin couldn't even do that. Blake Griffin only jumped over the hood, and he barely did that.
Could or wouldn't. See, there's this thing called discretion. And Blake Griffin knew if he misses his dunk and he falls and he breaks his leg, he's going to lose a whole lot of money. Mac McClung, on the other hand, he's in the G League. This $500,000 that he won for the dunk contest, that's money he getting paid all year.
So exactly. And honestly, come on. If we can, there's a roster spot waiting for him. Like, come on now. Like, you gotta call him up from the G League every year to do the dunk contest. Like, come on, guys. Nah. Man.
Okay. Listen.
You guys should have a spot.
Just because he can dunk doesn't mean he can play in the NBA. Okay. Not the same. They're not on one. They're not on. What you say?
Bronny James.
It's not on one for. Hey, whoa. Back up off of Bronny James. Okay. He out there killing it in the G League. Okay. Back up off of Bronny. That's
I'm
Boston
just
Bryan,
saying.
right?
Mac McClung was killing it in G League too. So it's Orlando. They're not in championship contention. All right.
All I'm saying is Mac McClung is never going to be on an NBA roster, unfortunately, right? So there's that.
That sucks.
I have a confession to make.
All right,
I'm
wait,
not
Jason,
big
it's
on.
okay.
I'm not big on NBA.
Nobody's big on the NBA until, I don't know, the last half of April.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Like
no,
I've never really been big on NBA. I'm more NFL.
and that's fine. My point to you is, even those of us that watch the NBA, we don't even really start watching until like the middle of April, yo.
You get Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Christmas, the All-Star, and then we start really paying attention in like a month.
You get Christmas, All-Star weekend. Yeah, Christmas All-Star weekend, and then because the way it's situated, all after All-Star break is only 28 games, so you really kind of like tune in.
Yeah.
In the middle of March.
Yeah.
Sometimes middle of April.
Yeah, because then you got March Madness, then kind of rolls into the playoffs for NBA. So come March, then we'll start actually paying attention.
Don't feel bad, Jason. Nobody cares about the NBA right now. Nobody.
Okay. Is it true they're bringing the All-Star back to Charlotte?
Huh?
Not anytime soon.
No, I know they're trying to bring CIAA back.
CIAA. Told you I don't watch NBA like that.
They're trying to.
Yeah, it ain't doing nothing.
They want all them black dollars, buddy.
Well, plus Baltimore's a horrible city to host it. Like travel.
Whoa.
It's a logistical nightmare.
No,
it's a logistical nightmare.
We trying to help you, okay? We trying to help you, okay? Understand that Baltimore is a major city who is certainly capable of holding CIAA. It just so happens that Charlotte is maybe a better city to hold CIAA. Maybe. Okay. Trust me, we're trying to help you. Okay. This is love. This is not judgment. Good God.
I'm staying quiet.
Hey, yo.
It is the logistics aren't there. I mean, Charlotte in
why is he's still going, Jason? He's still
Charlotte in 5 years will not be a great city either.
I'm saying in a minute he's gonna hear, hey, that young boy tweaking. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be up.
But I mean, like I said, in 5 to 6 years, Charlotte won't be a great city to host it either.
Why not?
We're growing way too much. Way too much.
That's exactly why you should host it.
Yeah.
Exactly why.
I remember it's a cash grab.
You're right. It's definitely a cash grab. So much so that they created a different tournament to kind of replace it while it's gone.
What tournament is that?
It's the HBC Black Celebration-ish something or other. It's really not important. That's why I don't remember it.
No, Dom. That's college money. They want NBA money. Charlotte will host CIAA again if they can.
Yeah.
I'm saying they will. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Shoot, they're trying to bring the Sting back right now.
They should. They need to.
It would be nice if they bring the Big Three to Charlotte.
Bring it back. It was here in its first year.
It was?
Yeah. I had tickets. I didn't go. I had tickets. Didn't go. Where are we at? Oh, we had 53 minutes. Oh man. All right, real quick. Real quick. What'd you do for Valentine's Day?
Took her to see Captain America. As many listeners or viewers may know, my wife is a huge Marvel fan.
Huge
Marvel fan. So going to see Captain America on open night was my Valentine's Day gift.
Nice.
That's what's up.
And for those who might think, oh, that's not really anything. I personally don't like Valentine's Day. I'm not a fan of it. I don't fall for the hype.
It's a cash grab.
It's a cash grab. Every day should be Valentine's Day.
And this year was the highest average dollars. It was like $20-30 billion spent on Valentine's Day.
Inflation. Dominic, how was your Valentine's Day? What'd you do?
It was good. I wanted to go see Captain America, but then we remembered that we had the little one, and it was like, oh. And then my son, he goes to school across town. It was like, that's not gonna work. But now we ate some good food. We went and got something special. Brought it back. Everybody ate. We talked. Have a good time. My wife got me some chocolates that's sitting over there, which I'm probably gonna smash tomorrow. Cause I was reading. I'm a sucker for caramel.
Nice. Just regular caramel or salted caramel?
I prefer regular, but I'll eat salted. It's whatever. Caramel's caramel to me. Dude's an idiot.
Yes, Jason. We're on the same wavelength. We're on the same wavelength. Oh my gosh. My Valentine's Day was great. I did what Dominique did, and I did what Jason did. We went and got good food. It's a place called Cutting Kitchen here in Houston. It's really good, soul food. And I could Okay, I'm sorry. I had to break character, break the fourth wall. So I'm sitting here and I see my son. He's got a bowl of rice, right? I'm like, okay, so he's gonna eat the rice. And he goes and he gets butter. I'm like, all right, so you want butter on your rice? No problem. You know what this person did?
He
takes his fingers, puts it in the butter, and throws it on his rice. He knows that I'm podcasting, so I can't do anything about it. But I saw it at the corner of my eye. And I'm like, yo, that's not what's on the streets. Please stop. Please stop.
You know that's his butter now, right?
That's just all of it. It's his butter. I don't want no more butter. That's your butter. You can't have nothing else. It's your butter. What did I do for Valentine's Day? We went to Cutting Kitchen. We had really good food, shrimp and grits. We had crawfish, egg rolls. We had chicken fried. I had chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken, and they had really, really good cornbread. It's really, really good. Yes, that was Silas Auntie. And then we went to see Captain America in IMAX. Right. Yes.
Did you say chicken fried chicken?
Yeah, he said chicken fried chicken. Just let it go.
Okay. So
for the non-American, can you explain that to me? For the legal non-American, can you explain that to me?
All right. So it comes from. You can go to different places, kind of like what's that old place with the, I don't know. Anyhow, the place where you can get chicken fried steak, where you get like a piece of flank steak round steak, and it's fried like chicken. It's battered and it's fried like chicken.
Right.
Okay. Now, what some places started doing is taking the chicken breast or boneless thigh and cutting it real thin, like that piece of steak, and then frying it twice, and they call it chicken fried chicken instead of chicken fried steak. Does that make sense?
So it's still fried chicken.
It's fried chicken.
It's just fried. It's just a fancy name for saying that they fried the chicken twice and it's flat like the steak.
Redundant.
Yeah, but it's really good because they season it twice. So the breading gets seasoned twice. You get 2 layers of seasoned breading.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm with you.
Yeah. So, but yes, so we had that, and then we went and we watched Captain America, and we had a really good time. Really enjoyed it.
Nice.
So yeah,
nice.
It's really good. And then on Saturday, we got 2 minutes. I tell you this real quick. Hey man, do you know the Negro National Anthem?
No.
Okay, so for those that are listening and those that are watching, both Dominique and Jason are African American, kinda, right? They have Caribbean ancestry, so they not like just African American. They're African American and Caribbean ancestry and all that good stuff.
I am Caribbean.
So they kind of well, yeah, you're Caribbean when you speak.
100%.
When your mouth closed, you're African American. It's just how it goes. That's how it goes. No, but what I'm saying is they have Caribbean ancestors. They're like from the Caribbean. So the Negro National Anthem ain't really something that I can kind of hold them to knowing, like regular black people, like non-Caribbean black people. I said regular. I didn't mean to say that. Like non-Caribbean black people, right? Like there's a standard, and these are things that you should know. Don't worry, I will clip it in the end. At any rate, I went to a Black History program, and ain't nobody know the Negro National Anthem. Lift Every Voice and Sing was singing, but wasn't nobody singing. And I was like, we're in the second blackest city in the nation. What is happening right now? Anyhow,
I've heard it before, but I don't know the words.
Yeah.
Stop. What I will tell you though is I will send you the YouTube link of it so that you can be aware of it. Because if you don't know the words, Black people will judge you. That's just how it is. You know that whole listen and we don't judge? That does not count. That does not count when it comes to James Weldon Johnson and Lift Every Voice and Sing. There you go. At least in my book. And maybe that's showing my age. But the truth of the matter is I like the song and they didn't know how to sing it at the Black History thing that we went to on Saturday that my daughter danced beautifully in. So there's that. There's that. We're all going to say goodbye to our Carolina Storm audience. We're a little late, but we will see you guys on next week. To everybody else that's still here, we have a couple of things that we need to get off of our chest before we go. Hey, man, did you take your kids to buy stuff for their Valentines?
No, I went to Walmart and had to sift through what was left and have to beat an old lady with a stick so I can get it so they can take it to school and pass it out to their classmates.
My wife actually took my daughter to get her Valentine stuff for her friend.
Wow. Did that hurt you to say? It looked like it hurt a little bit.
He was killing
it. Like he was saying it through closed teeth, ladies and gentlemen.
Very close. They're very close. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yo, I did this.
I was in a whole mood Thursday evening.
Ooh.
Whole mood.
Whole mood?
Let me tell you something. A whole mood. You tell me this 14-year-old child. I go, Let me reel it back in. It struck a nerve.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Okay. We have to trust that our children will either make good decisions or they will learn from the bad ones that they make. It's okay. It's okay. I had to do the same thing. Friday morning, went to Walmart. Hey man, y'all got $20 a piece. Make it happen, Captain. That's it. I spent the rest of the day dropping off gifts, but it went pretty well. They had a good time and stuff. Yeah, I know.
My son did actually go and get my wife, his mother, flowers.
Oh, nice.
And actually, I made him go get something for his girlfriend as well.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing. I'd like, hey man, listen, you got a reputation to uphold. Okay, you carry my last name, which means you have to be good at gifts.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's Valentine's Day, flowers, a plushie, and something that's sweet. You need to have all three. Okay, get it together. Don't be embarrassing me.
She's at work.
I don't care. I don't care.
See? We're on the same page, Steve. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop in at her job.
Yeah.
Drop it off.
That is going to be embarrassing. Either she's your girlfriend or she isn't. If indeed it's too embarrassing to take her a gift at work, she don't mean that much to you, homeboy.
You ain't ready.
You might as well go ahead. You might as well go ahead and get rid of her. That's all I'm saying.
You're ready.
But it's also a flex when you do it, you know. So, and if she happens to work with other guys that have been thinking about possibly talking or whatnot, you walk in with the gift, you're like,
oh yeah, we know.
Don't even.
Yeah, no. This gift is for her, but it's for everybody that's watching. Let's be clear.
Exactly. You see me, and I see you.
Yeah, this is for everybody. This is for everybody that's watching. Okay. Let's see. I got my wife some flowers, and I got her a TV. There you go. Ooh. She wanted a TV.
Yeah, old TV. Can't hide the money. Now we know where the money resides.
Yo, no, he did say there'll be signs.
There'll be signs. I caught a good sale for President's Day. You bums.
Yeah, sure.
I'm serious. I caught a 42-inch 4K for $100.
What?
We know where the money resides.
It was not 42, it was 40 inches. Roku TV.
Where?
Roku brand TV. Walmart.
For 100?
Wide world.
Yeah, I had to get it delivered. They didn't have it in the store. It was only at the warehouse.
man.
And I put it above her desk. So her desk is almost like Jason's desk. She's got two 22-inch monitors. She's got her iPad, and then she's got 40 inches right above. I put on a swivel mount above. So
I'm mad you put me on blast like that.
hey, y'all out here taking shots. You think I ain't gonna shoot back? No. I ain't forgot.
Hey, working with larger monitors makes everything easier, okay?
Yeah. Signs. All right.
And I'm sure he was like, yeah, put it on my platinum at Amex.
Put
him on my platinum Delta card. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. I know what it is. You didn't think I knew about that, did you? Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Moving on.
I be knowing.
Gotta secure them stock options.
Hey, bro.
They kind of low right now.
You looked at yours too. I was like, oh. Everybody be like, buy the dip, and I was like, with what? They so low.
Yeah. Platinum Delta.
Oh my gosh, that's the one thing I miss, yo. So okay, real quick, we gotta go. I used to work at American Express right before we got married. I used to work at American Express, and I did not really appreciate the power of having an American Express card. So I had one, but I closed it. I left the job. They was like, "You want to keep it?" I was like, "Nah, give my money back. Give my awards." I should have kept my Amex card, bro. Oh my god, I should have kept my Amex card.
Dude.
Once you lose it, it is almost impossible to get it back.
Yo, oh my god, it was a Star Wars Platinum too. Oh, I know. I check in and they'd be like, "Mr. Howard, what floor would you like to be on?" I was like, the top. They'd be like, "Would you like some bottled water and some chocolates?" Of course I would. Ain't nothing like checking in and they know your face before you give them your name. Okay?
Absolutely, that's service.
We've been expecting you. Yes, you have. Heavenly bed, me please. Anyhow.
So to get a black card, you get to spend between $500,000 and $1 million annually to demonstrate.
Yes, right up your alley, ain't it, Dominique? All right. Hey man.
How come
100?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. We're here. We're here. Because I saw it now. It's been itching me.
How come $100,000 is now the new upper poor? That's what I want to know. I need somebody to explain to me why $100,000 is now the upper poor. Right?
I'm going to tell you the way that you told me. Inflation.
No, that ain't it. Yo, bro. Inflation. Okay, so look, I remember for most of my life, the entire goal, you got 6 digits. Because once you reach there, you can start living life. And I was like, I keep your head down. I'm working. I hit the mark, and now it don't mean the same as it used to mean. And I'm like, y'all lied. Like,
I mean, they just recently had a poll in the Charlotte area in order to live comfortably, whatever that means.
You got to make like 252 or something.
No, it was 100. It was 100,000. That was
they lied. It's not 100,000. Will not. No, no, absolutely 100,000. No, I can tell you for sure. No, absolutely not. Not even as an unmarried single person. $100,000.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As an unmarried single person, you'd be done.
Upper poor. Okay, upper poor.
Here's the chart. If you want to see that or share it with our viewers.
The chart.
That's what we're talking about here.
Oh yeah. Certainly. Like middle class used to be $100,000. Now it's $373. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm trying to make it there, but yo,
making it real difficult.
Making it really difficult. Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to zoom that in, homeboy. Because nobody can see that. I can guarantee that. For those that so it has broke $32,000 or less, very poor $53,000 to $32,000, upper poor $52,000 to $106,000, surviving $106 to $373, and middle class
Surviving.
$373 and up. Yeah,
Surviving.
yeah, that's about right. Actually, that's about right. Okay. Oh my gosh,
That's why I'm
That's
laughing
sad.
because it's right.
That's sad.
It's horrible.
yeah, it is very much so.
Absolutely horrible.
And then
I
you
don't
can't even
either.
look forward to the little, tax refund this year either.
Man.
This makes me so sad. You know what? Where's the music at?
Yeah, we gotta change stuff. You got some outstanding, something we can play to perk up the. Yeah, this is very. I didn't want to feel like this tonight. Well, we got 19 minutes.
Ooh, Dominique, have you seen the new episode of Paradise?
Absolutely.
So we've all seen the new episode of Paradise,
dude.
Let's talk about it.
I didn't think I was gonna like Paradise the way that I do.
Like from really, why?
Me neither.
No, it's just one of those things. I don't go in with a lot of expectations, so that way I'm not like, oh, I expected this to be better.
Okay. All right.
And from the very first episode, like what they revealed in the first episode, they had me hooked long before that. But then when they revealed it, I was like, "Ooh, that's the icing on top of the cake."
Mm-hmm.
And funny thing is, in the beginning of this episode, I had an idea of where this was going to go. I was telling Steve earlier. I was like, I think I know where this is going. And sure enough, they delivered at the end of the reveal at the end of this episode. I was like, I knew it. Because it's just one of those things, they kept talking about it.
Yes.
They kept talking about it. I was just like, so if you guys have not watched Paradise, it is a show built on the premise of, and kind of from the perspective of the Secret Service agent, Xavier Collins, who is on the president's detail, but is also made aware of certain world-ending events as per the president. And the way that it's shot is actually really clever. In the first few episodes, you get pieces, and throughout the rest of the season so far, you get pieces of different interactions. And then later on in other episodes, they fill in those gaps that you probably have. And it is done really well. So then when they start revealing stuff, you're like, oh, that's what that was about. Got you. And I'm glad that finally the character Xavier Collins has come out of his shell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like he's unhinged now.
He's making a scene.
Yeah.
He's making a scene.
But here's my question.
Okay, hold up. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was like, what I was going to say is, we all know what it's like to be the husband sitting next to the wife in that meeting at school.
Oh, yes.
Where you got to be like, I got it, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They hit that scene right on the head. They hit that scene right on the head.
1,000% with one exception. I'm cool, but I'm never as cool as Xavier Collins. I'd be having something to say too. Like you're not just gonna sit here and talk like breezy about my daughter.
But you saw it when they called them in. There was like Mr. and Mrs. Collins. She was like, no, Mr. Collins and Doctor. I was like, ooh, excuse me.
First of all, well, you gotta know. Look, if she's a doctor, you need to call her by her doctor name. Yo, she's earned it. She's earned it. But yeah, I don't think I'd have been as cool as Xavier in that situation. I'd have been like, he had too much cake. Give back some of the money, and then maybe he won't have so much cake. Like, what are you mad for? You mad at facts? You mad at math? Are you mad at cake? Bro, calm down. Go buy. Matter of fact, you know what you can do? Why don't you go buy some cake? It'll make you happy. How about that?
He was embarrassed.
Nobody told him to eat the cake.
Right. Nobody told him.
He was embarrassed. I don't care. Your child was embarrassed. Tell him to go cry on a pillow stuffed with $100 bills. Get out of my face.
Right.
But yeah, it's two things so far. Like, my first major question is that structure the only structure?
You're thinking silo. I get it.
No, yeah, but because it's like, all right, they couldn't have just did one. There's no way that they.
Well, first of all, the enormous amount of resources that it would have taken to do one, right? And there would have to be one per continent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because every nation is not going to have the resources or the geographical structure to make that. Like you got to have a really big mountain for that, and the Rockies is a really big mountain.
And
So,
you're right, but also like for their resources, they don't even have actual meat that was plant based.
still,
That
I'm
would
talking about
be
the resources to
interesting.
build it. I'm talking about the resources to build it.
But also, like you said, I think yes, you're right because they did specifically pick the population based on genetic diversity, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And then some people have money.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They want us to think that they picked it that way. But as we well know, the people that were behind this idea were not altruistic. Like they're not above reproach. They have issues.
Yo,
so
Sinatra has a lot of issues.
Yeah, she got some.
Yeah,
I mean, losing a kid will make you have issues. As a billionaire, losing a kid will make you have issues. I get that, but she's still tripping, yeah.
Yeah, but and then also, when the little girl showed that she had the tablet, I was like, ooh, interesting.
Curious how that's going to go.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I'm highly curious on that. And then
I was mad when the daughter and little chicken head woman that killed Billy. I was so
she
mad. She
playing right into her hands.
Like, man, white tears will get you anywhere in this world.
Did you guys see peep the Rivians in that show?
I'm glad they got Rivians and not Teslas.
That's true. Those Rivians are slick though. Them things are slick.
Elon was too busy to get that.
Look, and they don't get stuck in snow, unlike Cybertrucks.
Ooh.
Shots fired. You thought I was gonna forget? Shoot at me, I shoot back.
So I'm curious. Why do the Cybertrucks get stuck in snow? Aren't they always
not real trucks? Because they're not real trucks.
I'm not on the engineering team. I have no idea.
But you're Tesla spokesperson on this podcast, so hey, you came to me with the airline stuff. I'm coming to you with the Tesla stuff.
Okay, I'll put it like this. I don't know. I don't even do truck things. Even if I was to get a regular F-150 and so on and so forth,
Here's the funny part. Cybertrucks don't do truck things either.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. They don't do truck things. I don't plan to do truck things. It's pretty much a glorified SUV for me. But yeah, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. It should be heavy enough. I don't know.
They haven't mastered the torque factoring settings on their all-wheel drive.
It's electric. It's nothing but torque.
No. Yes, it is nothing but torque, but they haven't mastered the settings. Like it's Cybertruck truck. There are certain things that you have to do to deal with snow, right? And legacy truck makers know this, right? Mm-hmm. That's why F-150s and Sierras are considered some of the best vehicles made on the entire planet, bar none, car or truck, right? That's why they hold their value. That's why they last longer. Trust me when I tell you, they are considered as much. Right? They are considered as much, or at least in America. Let me not say in the entire planet, because there are some Toyota Land Cruisers and Lexus big boxes that are considered more reliable, just not more capable. Let's be clear about that. Okay.
Or Nissan Patrol.
Or that. My point is, there are these cars up here, and then way down there is the Cybertruck. when it comes to being able to handle truck-like stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I heard somebody say I take a Ford Ranger over a Cybertruck because at least it don't get stuck in the snow.
Not the Ranger danger.
Hey, the Rangers be doing it, man. I've done some crazy things in a Ranger. Truck related.
Anyway,
But
all this is good news for you, Dom, because
they're gonna be cheap.
all this,
They're gonna,
all
they're
this
gonna be cheap.
negative publicity is going to cause the prices to keep going down.
Dude, I'm not buying no vehicle. No, I
Hey,
am
they've
not. Mm-mm.
You're not gonna
they've
buy a
dropped
vehicle that gets
almost
stuck
40
in the
grand
water
already.
and you can't run through the car wash.
Didn't get stuck in the water. It just can't drive in snow.
No, so you didn't see that article about Tesla trucks in the car wash.
Yeah, but
I'll
if that's
send it
the
to you.
Well,
easiest,
that's the outer structure. When they first came out, there was a dude that drove it through like this giant. I don't know. It was this giant thing of water. I mean, now for all intents and purposes, it completely wrecked everything. But that wasn't until like later. It was like hours later that happened. But yeah, but anybody, you drive that thing, if you drive any car through that water, it was going to wreck it. And so I don't know why he did that. That was
Actually, no. There are a couple vehicles that can drive through water like that. But
well, the ones with the breathers on them, yes, I've seen a few of those, and probably a Jeep. But yeah, I was just like, I don't understand it.
Toyotas, But suffice to say that Tesla does have some issues with snow that I'm sure they can overcome with a little refactoring. All you do is get Elon in there, talk that genius stuff, and they'll fix it.
shoot, have his 4-year-old go in there and fix it. Clearly, the 4-year-old drew the diagram for the Cybertruck.
Clearly. Paradise, Invincible. Definitely should watch Invincible if you haven't watched any of the new season of Invincible.
Aren't they coming out with a live action or playing around with the live action
of Invincible?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You wouldn't need to. How would you? How?
I don't.
It'd be too gory.
I mean, The Boys is a decent representation.
No, okay. So if you follow The Boys only have gore in specific portions of the episode, right?
Sure.
If you're watching Invincible, half the episode is gore. Like nobody has a budget for that.
I've never heard of this cartoon.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth if you like adult cartoons, that's one for you. Invincible is an adult cartoon. It's not for the kids.
Really?
It's not for the kids. Yeah, it's an adult cartoon. Did you watch The Boys on Prime?
I didn't finish it. I think I got to season 2. No, I got to season 3. And then it just kind of fell off for me.
Invincible, the level of graphic violence is like The Boys, but much more often and in comic form, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it's on par with anime stuff in its level of gore and violence.
It's almost drawn in anime style.
Almost.
Oh, is
almost,
it?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not as anime. So like the people don't look
like
the way that they do in regular animes. It looks like a cartoon.
But they do not shy away from the action though.
Yeah.
The action and the gore, like they don't shy away from it at all. But
I'm not a fan of anime.
Me neither. My son has tried to get me to watch it multiple times, and I'm going, "You watch it. That's good enough for me. keep your subscription to Crunchyroll. Freaking Crunchyroll.
Like
that's the anime network. That's the anime streaming network.
Crunchyroll.
Yes.
As in like a crunchy sushi roll.
Yeah, crunchy sushi roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You learned something new today. Trust me, you'll never need it because I don't watch it. You don't watch it. He watches it. Sam watches it. But hey, man, everybody's got the thing that they like to watch. Okay.
My anime stops at Dragon Ball Z.
Mine too.
I tried, and I couldn't.
Really? Not the Z?
Hey, man, I like stories to begin and end. They don't know how to do that.
But the story's still going.
It's true.
Yeah, the first story is still going.
No.
You know what? It's okay. Here's the thing. I'm glad y'all understand it. I don't. I'm never going to understand it. I'm never going to watch it. It's just the thing. Kind of like, Dominique and The Wire. Never going to watch it. Never going to happen. It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, I did start it.
You started The Wire? How was it for you?
It's going pretty good. It's still building up, but for the most part, it's
I
like
would literally watch all the different Law and Orders before I turn on The Wire.
First of all, you said that like a pejorative, and I don't like the way you did that. About Law and Order, of all things, Law and Order is sacrosanct.
Law and Order is not bad.
I'm saying it's not bad, but I will watch every ever season made of Law and Order before I ever touch The Wire.
Why is that? I'm sorry, I have to ask.
I have a problem with some shows that seem dated. And the first 2 seasons of The Wire seem extremely dated.
Okay. So here's the thing. From one old guy to one not so old guy, good TV is still good TV. Okay.
True.
And what I'm coming to learn is dated is not as bad as you think. Prime example. When we sit down and have dinner, we generally watch a TV show, right? We watch something together or we talk. Okay. Mm-hmm. When we watch TV, we're now watching a different world.
That's different. I grew up with that.
No. Don't that's different me. It's older. It's even more dated. Matter of fact, the episode that we just watched, Denise had to call home using a payphone. Using 0 to dial collect. Don't tell me it's different. No, it's dated much in the same way.
You're right. It is dated.
You, the story is
he's about to tell the different world.
It's the spinoff of the Cosby Show. Okay. If you were not an American teen in the early 90s, mid 90s, you would have no frame of reference for it.
Dwayne Wayne.
You would have no frame of reference. It's the reason why Whitley Gilbert or Jasmine Guy was the hottest girl on the face of the planet for 3 years straight. Boy, when I tell you, okay.
Over Topanga.
Okay. Bro, put Topanga to shame. You remember how Jennifer you remember that year that Jennifer Lopez came out in that green dress with Puffy, and she was considered the thirst trap of the year?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? It was like 99 or something like that. Jennifer Lopez, Sean Combs, they at the award ceremony, she got on that green dress, that green there but barely there dress, right?
Yeah.
And she was considered hot, on fire. Jasmine Guy, for 3 straight years, in Black culture, was considered the finest thing walking. I tell you no lies. I tell you no lies, right? And that's even and that's standing beside Denise, Lisa Bonet, who was considered the finest thing walking.
Mm-hmm. Still is in some circles.
She needs a bunch of hamburgers, but yeah, I get it.
She's
too skinny.
Absolutely.
Too skinny. But yeah, like A Different World was as big as the Cosby Show was. Mm-hmm. Different World was almost as big.
Sinbad was on there. A lot of great actors went through.
Like I know of the show. I've just never sat down to watch. I've never watched a full episode.
Your daughter would love it. So I'm having my daughter watch it my daughter and my son watch it as a coming of age story, because you don't have a lot of clean coming of age stories right now for kids in their teens, in their teenage years. You just don't have them. All of them involve illicit sex, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't need a show that teaches my children about illicit sex. I can have that conversation with them. I need for them to understand the circumstances of life that can happen as you're growing up. And the new shows, they by and large don't deal with that, right? Like you got shows like The Sex Lives of College Girls, right? Which actually is a really good show for circumstances, but it's about the girls' sex lives. And so my kids are not going to be able to watch that till they get like 18, right? But A Different World, on the other hand, it's kind of like Boy Meets World. It's a coming of age story. The Wonder Years, a coming of age story, right? Mm-hmm. Roseanne even is a coming of age story. It's really about their kids, not so much about Roseanne, but about her reacting to the kids. Family Matters, coming of age story. Fresh Prince, coming of age story. A Different World is like the forerunner to almost all of them.
Okay.
and everybody who's anybody like came through there. Like I just had a conversation about how Loretta Devine
Mhm.
was because she's in season number 1. She's the dorm advisor, season number 1. But I just had a conversation about how she was considered a baddie back when that came out, or at least a slightly over the hill baddie, because she's an original dream girl. Her and Shirley Ralph, original dream girls. And so, but yeah, you see some of everybody. Like when I say some of everybody, I mean some of everybody. And
and they captured Black Cow's life pretty well too. It was good.
They captured Black everything pretty well. You know what I mean? Like they really did a good job at storytelling and at making sure that the circumstances that these students and then adults went through were authentic. They really did well. And so, you know, I'm a very big supporter of it. I'm glad it's on Netflix. You know, we watch 1 or 2 episodes with dinner when we don't have our, you know, dinner download conversations. And it's certainly worth watching. Certainly worth watching. Yeah.
Dinner theater.
So
that's fair.
Not gonna watch The Wire, huh? Okay. All right.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I can't do it because I mean, you know, I can't.
Wait a minute. Okay, so question. So you just don't watch old movies at all?
I don't like the appeal of The Wire. Let's put it that way.
No. That's not what I asked you. Not what I asked you. I said you don't watch old movies at all, then, huh?
Define old movies.
Scarface.
Okay, I watched Scarface. Rocky.
Why would you watch Scarface? No. Why would you watch Scarface?
Because
who would not watch Scarface?
Good. No. Why would you not? Because it's good?
Yeah, because it's good.
You mean it has good acting?
Decent acting.
It has a good storyline and good characters?
It interested me.
It keeps your attention with differing plot lines that they actually clear up at the end.
I just don't like The Wire.
They have a climax that is very noticeable and fits the actual story.
Yeah, I don't like The Wire.
Oh, okay. See, I knew we were going to end up here. I wanted to do this anyway.
But no. But here's the thing: there's a lot of old movies that I have watched, and it turned out I was like, oh, you know, that is good, even though it is slightly dated. But it's just not my first choice because of the fact that I passed judgment on it that is dated at first. But I've seen bits and pieces of The Wire, and I can see some of the appeal. I just don't like it.
You've seen bits and pieces. Have you seen a full episode? Have you given it the 3-episode trial?
Yes.
And so you watched the first 3 episodes, and you were like, I don't like this.
It wasn't the first 3. It was like in season 3 or 4. And I was like, oh, okay, this is different. And then I think I started to watch The Wire, and I saw the opening, and I was just like, nope, not doing it.
So to be clear, you bailed on an entire series based off of what is probably the worst season of the series and the opening credits?
Yeah. I didn't say it was a good reason.
Hey, I didn't say it was a bad reason. I'm just trying to make sure I understand what the reason is.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a good reason. I just
it
didn't appeal to me.
Hey, we'll let the people decide. We'll let the people decide.
And plus, I'm up to my eyeballs in Mr. Robot right now.
You said it like Mr. Robot was a better show. It's not.
I'm not comparing. Sorry. I'm not comparing the two.
I am, and I'm letting you know it's not. It's not. The fact that you don't even have a frame of reference for Omar's coming, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's all good though. So hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's all good. Anyhow. All right, enough of bagging on Dominique. So anything else you need to get to, guys, before we go?
There's plenty of things eating at me.
Like what?
My dog.
Dominique got a dog, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
His name is Whiskey.
Another life to the mix.
His name is what?
Whiskey.
What kind of dog is Whiskey?
He is a
A
lab
drunk one. Oh,
mix.
sorry. Go ahead.
A drunk one. Yeah, he's a lab mix. Picked him up on Saturday, and we're still in the first about 72 hours with him.
Is he neutered?
Mm-mm.
Are you gonna get him neutered?
He's 9 weeks.
Are you gonna get him neutered?
We'll see. Don't plan to right now though.
Let him live.
Yeah, I don't plan to right now.
So you want your shins wet? Got it.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Hey, all good. Hey, decisions. It's all good. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, folks, thank you for joining another Fear the Hive podcast, season 2, episode 7. Please remember to like, comment, and share this podcast with all your friends and family members. Give us that thumbs up button on YouTube. And keep your shins dry. We have Steve, Dom. I'm the only JJ here. Dry shins, JJ.
Dry shins, JJ.
Everybody have a blessed and happy week. And have a good night.
Y'all have a good one.
Later.